What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I got some awesome news for you guys today, and you are gonna want to stick around for this one. Woohoo! All right, glad to see you guys again. Had a lot going on in my life over the last couple months. We've been working on the DA Integra. I've been racing RC cars, been getting ready and gearing up for this coming season's race season. So yeah, I want to show you guys something that I've been dreaming about for a really long time, and I am going to show you guys that right now. If you're able to tell from the video, me and my fiance picked up a FK8 Civic Type R. Yes. Oh my God, I am so damn excited. You have no idea. Holy crap. If the weather was only nice out, we would be driving it. Instead, it's sitting in the shop on the lift, just hanging out until the weather gets nicer, the snow is gone, and we will be able to drive this thing. Wow. That's all I gotta say. Wow. So, one thing we are gonna do to this car, since it is sitting on the lift, nothing's going on, I'm here by myself on the weekend, nothing really planned. I decided, hey, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do one modification that shouldn't cost a ton of money, and eventually I can always change it up and add in a higher performance, better setup, but this is gonna be a cheap upgrade, and I think anybody that has one of these should do it. I've been doing some research, and I guess a lot of people like to do it, so we'll get right into it. So what we are gonna be doing is deleting this Resonator right here. This car has 1, 2, 3, 4, and technically this really isn't a muffler. It's kind of like a Resonator type thing. Nothing actually comes out of this third tip. But yeah, so with all of those mufflers and resonators, this car is very quiet. So what a lot of people do is delete this middle one here. So what we're gonna do is run to the auto parts store, and we're gonna get a piece of pipe after I cut this off, so I can bring this in and see what piece of pipe we need, and then we're gonna weld a piece of pipe basically in the center of that. So we'll get that cut out and then head over to the auto parts store, do some fabricating and some welding. We got our resonator cut out. You can see it's just a straight through resonator. Not much going on. I cut it as close to the welds as I could, just because there is some curves in the pipe, and we want to make sure we get maximum straightness out of it, so we don't want to be cutting too far back and then we'll be on a curve and it won't work. So it is 2 3/8 outside diameter. It's about 2 1/4 inside, I think. It was definitely 2 3/8 outside. Okay, I just took a measurement and it was 16 inches exactly from here to there where I cut just on the outside of those welds. So yours should be pretty close to that also. All right, so I just got back from the auto parts store a little bit ago. I got my piece of pipe. It's a Walker pipe, Walker brand, I should say. It was 20 bucks for 18-inch piece, not too bad. It was a 2.5 inch OD. Unfortunately, even with grinding the end and grinding on the exhaust a little bit, I can't get it to slide over. So this is what I came across. Borrowed this from a buddy. Thank you, Skippy. It's a pipe stretcher kit. We're just gonna ever so slightly stretch the end of this pipe so we can slide each end on and weld her in. You can, you don't have to have a Matco one. You can get a cheaper one on Amazon if you want to do this, because I'm sure this one is expensive. Okay, so I found the right size chuck that goes in there. Comes with a whole bunch of different things here. Throw your socket on, and now basically gonna hit it with the impact and stretch her out just ever so slightly. All right, so we got it expanded ever so slightly on either end. We got it in there, and now I'm gonna tack it, and I'm gonna weld as much as I can, and then I'll probably end up having to drop it down to weld the top more than likely, but we'll see what we can do here. So I wasn't able to access the top to weld it, so we ended up having to take this flange off. It was 3 bolts, and then this rubber hanger, and then we were able to pull it down. We just had to basically take a few of the skid plate bolts out, and it should give us enough room now. We'll be able to weld that up. It's all welded up and put back together. It was super easy doing this. I was very impressed. We didn't have to loosen anything up back there, but we got her in. We are gonna fire this girl up. So it's kind of hard to pick up the sound level through my phone or whatever, but it's definitely louder than it was. It's not like crazy loud or anything by any means, but definitely sounds a little bit more sporty now. If I could figure out a way to remove the mufflers on here and just run pipes instead, that would probably make it even better. But it's not horrible. I'd like to drive it on the street and really be able to tell, because when it's sitting here you can't really rev it up past $3,000. It's got a limit on it, and the weather outside looks like that. So yeah, got no leaks there, so we're good as far as that goes. So as far as the Type R goes, I do plan on doing some fun stuff with it. It's not really going to be a daily. I mean, I'll drive it around maybe here and there, drive it to work, but it's going to be more like a fun weekend car. And then I'd like to do some autocrosses and do some track days, that sort of thing with it. So we're going to be definitely doing some mods. It might be a little bit before we do anything real crazy with it, just because it's kind of expensive and cut into the old checking account quite a bit. So probably be a little bit for any big mods, but we'll be chipping away at the smaller stuff initially, and I want to bring you guys along with me on that, because I mean, shit, the Dia Integra build, that was 4 years ago, and that thing started out as a bare shell, and we've been building that over the course of 4 years. So I'm excited to see where the Type R will be, you know, in 4 years. Who knows? It could be 600-700 horsepower. I don't know. But yeah, I do have something coming. Oh yeah, I got floor mats ordered for it. I ordered some bright red Type R mats because it had some really crappy rubbery ones in there that are super slippery, which, yeah, they're not great for driving. So yeah, once the weather gets a little nicer here, we'll be able to take the car out, do some driving. I literally only have really drove it home from the dealer. Olivia drove it once, and yeah, she's been parked since it's been crummy out. So yeah, if you guys could, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe. I could really use it, and maybe even hit that bell for notifications. We have an autocross coming up, and I'm gonna bring you guys on that ride as well. So like, subscribe, hit that bell. We'll see y'all on the next one. Woohoo!